Hey out there, this is not a video for kids, so if you're a kid, you probably should watch something else. Disney's ToonTown Online. Everyone who grew up in the 2000s saw these commercials, and if you didn't, my god, were you raised on PBS?
Uh-oh! What would you do?
Stranger danger, Mickey Mouse! The game was an MMORPG before most of us were old enough to know what that meant or implied for our social lives. Luckily, I was the world's most woke 10-year-old at the time, so when these commercials came on, I scoffed. Look at those peons having fun. I was all, you play ToonTown? Well, I play RuneScape. Buying GF 500 gold piece. But unlike the cogs, the soulless corporate robots that make up the game's main enemy, Disney actually exists, and eventually I gave in to the marketing blitz. No joke, my real logic for buying it at the time was literally, if I join your stupid game, will you quit it with those annoying commercials? Which worked out, because the game's actually dope. Do kids still say dope? Someone reply in the comments, because when I put out an ad on Craigslist for woke 10-year-olds to fact-check my script, I got arrested. When you boot up the game, you have to create your own character. You can choose between many varieties of non-fish animal, like duck, mouse, dog, bear, crocodile. When I was trying to make this deer character and couldn't find regular-ass brown, I knew I lost the magic of my childhood. Change up your Toon's clothes and go into this behemoth of a menu to pick your school-approved name, or type in your own if you want to send a message. When you're finally done creating baby's first persona, you're thrown into the Toontorial, where you learn how to play a game from 2005. This polygon pooch shows you a picture of all three of my mom's ex-husbands, and then teaches you about squirting. Ah yes, the combat of an MMO, arguably the least fun thing about most of them. Hit your buttons in the right order at the right time for maximum damage. It's the video game version of playing percussion in a marching band, right down having the same chance of getting beaten up for your choices. Oddly enough, ToonTown eschews that entire idea and goes for a turn-based style. Select the gag you want to hit your enemy with, and that's it. Your survival is up to God now. When you run into a battle on the overworld, you fight the cog right there, and other players have an opportunity to join you and help you out. But that works the other way too, so fights that start as simple one-on-one affairs can quickly balloon into something that looks like this. It's really quite incredible how this builds a sense of community between players, especially since there's Toon tasks for more advanced characters to go back and help out newer ones in fights. Speaking of which, Toon tasks. ToonTown's quest system. They're nothing spectacular. Most are based on completing a certain number of dungeons or defeating certain kinds of cogs. But some of them are out there. Make a friend, oh god, do I know how to do that? Hey you, Madame Dee Dee Pumpkindorf, I have no friends. Here, I'll use speed chat to tell her I need that. What's this? Teddy wants to be my friend. Oh my god, I've never made a friend before. I'd like to thank the Academy. You can also be friends with your pet doodle. It's not Puppy Mills if it's in an MMORPG, right? Just gotta pick a name and... I got a Toon task to ride the trolley. You need jelly beans to purchase gags at Goofy's Gag Shop, and riding the trolley is the second best way to get them, behind fishing. Thank you very much. The trolley throws you into a bunch of minigames that range from tolerable to absolute garbage, and all of them were definitely intern projects. Let's look at a few of them now. Photo fun. Search around ToonTown Central and snap pictures of other toons for way too long. I had to Pokemon snap 5 toons, 2 pairs of which were identical and only 1 pair I could get credit for. Maze game. Pac-Man, but somehow even more visually monotonous. Collect corporate branding as you avoid corporate robots. The irony here is so strong you can attract it with a magnet. Cog Thief. Protect the barrels by throwing pies at waves of cogs. The only notable thing about this game is it uses the delete key to throw pies, which is hilarious. Jungle Vines. Jump from vine to vine, collect bananas, and avoid enemies. This is the most broken implementation of 2D vines I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen at least 2 others. You'd expect the momentum of the vine to have some correlation to how far you jump, but the only thing the game seems to care about is your position on the vine. Everything else is a goddamn mystery. Ring game. This one's just manta rings from Mario Party 4, but Steve Irwin would still be alive if he played this one instead. Cannon game. Shoot yourself out of cannon to land in a water tower. Unlike Jungle Vines, this one makes actual physical sense. You have to make small adjustments to get closer with each shot, but your reward ticks down the longer you take. By far the best game I had the chance to play. Tug of War. Alternate between A and D to line up the green bar with the red. It's a rhythm game without the music, and that works as well as you'd expect. Plus, you don't actually end the tug of war with someone getting dunked on. Incidentally, I got a bugged version of this game where I didn't have to do anything and it was still more enjoyable than Jungle Vines. Treasure Dive. Swim to the bottom of the lake, pick up the treasure, and return it to the boat. The controls on this one are weird. Right and left don't make you go right and left in a 2D plane, instead you move forward with up and adjust your swimming angle right and left. Tank controls make absolutely no sense here, but at least you get to see the fish designs. So, in conclusion, video game trolleys suck.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
There's a lot more I haven't mentioned. Character progression with gag tracks, cog buildings, racing. It's a shame the official client's no longer available. I had to record all this footage from a fan-hosted mod, and let me tell ya, lag, crashes, and glitches were super common. OBS somehow recorded this game upside down, and I had to downgrade my graphics card's drivers to a version from 2019 before all the texture flickering went away, a quote, known issue that the maintainers have no plan to fix, something that I think is frankly unacceptable. Despite that, I was surprised with how much fun I was having and how tightly designed its ideas were, even if the execution wasn't necessarily the best. Makes sense considering the creative director who worked on the game, Jesse Schell, literally wrote the book on game design. If someone took the ideas this game had and added a lot of polish, I could see it being beloved with its player base. It's just a shame the House of Mouse got rid of this one. Thank you very much.